You know, it's funny. It's like every time the fucking thumbnail actually does work and it shows what it is, you know, obviously, you know, I do this live shit the way that I do it because I'm fucking lazy and I don't set anything up and I don't edit anything. That's honestly the main reason why I didn't do videos for several years because I was like, fuck this. Um, but, which is funny. I just like to have a couple beers and talk about knives, you know? I don't want to do editing, which kind of sucks for you guys, maybe. Maybe some people like it, but doing a first cast IPA for the beverage this evening. I have my I have the tripod way up in the air, so like that basically means also that it's sticking way out this way for me. So I'm almost definitely gonna kick this thing at some point. So um, just beware for that. Um, what actually spawned me to do this video was essentially just because I was kind of like, oh shit, man, I've just been really careless with posting more about the Carruthers, the EDC Carruthers knife. But at the same time, I was like, oh, I imagine, you know, at some point someone might want to follow up video to the launch 11 here. So, but I was like, and at the same time, I'm obviously lazy as fuck when it comes to this YouTube thing. So I just decided to take out all my knives and go, you know what, man? Like, honestly, a lot of my shit has changed since the last time I did this type of video. Um, I'm sure I have enough. I know my Survive 4.7 is, I think it's in one of my backpacks. So I don't have my Survive 4.7 sitting out here, and I'm probably don't have another knife or so out here. Maybe two knives. I really can't even tell you. But I'm actually surprised to see this knife here. This knife actually is almost always lives in my truck, and I did not think it would be here. But yeah, so I guess, man, I'm trying to think of what's gone from the last time I did a video. What's up? Oh, just, you know, talking about knives. I'm trying to think of what's different from the last time I did like a full collection type of video. I think the two Shirogorovs are gone. I, I bought a guitar, a super nice guitar, was selling those. And then what else? Oh, probably a small Hinder or XM, 3-inch Hinder XM18. What else? It's gonna be gone. Oh, and a Mnandi. My Mnandi's gone. Um, let's see. The Shiros have gone because I'm just like, same reason I sold my first Shiro. Just kind of like, I just, if something go, you know, I want to care. I want that knife for me to be something like this in Kosi, and I want it to be something that I just carry whenever I want, and I use it for what I want, and the only reason it's awesome and, you know, worth $700 or whatever is because it's fucking a fantastic piece of machinery. And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Obviously, I had that warranty thing. I sent my F95 NL off for warranty. It came back, no problems, no worries. But I don't know. It's just there. So I just decided, fuck it, getting rid of my Shiros. I don't think they'll come back either. The small XM18, just didn't fit my hand. It wasn't great. It's kind of like the Delica. People love the Delica. I don't know. It's just in a weird place for me. Maybe it's just a weird shape. There's other 3-inch knives that I just love. Um, Benchmade springs. Don't start with me on the Benchmade springs. Yep, that's why I only have one Benchmade, and that is the Delica of Benchmades, the Griptilian, which is a fantastic little knife. I can't fault it. Yes, I can, but I'm not going to. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, the Nandi is gone because it's just, god damn it. This is a fancy small knife for me, and which is funny because I actually just tracked down and ordered a small Sabenza 31 with micarta inlays and double thumb lugs. Got it from TrueNorthKnives.com. So that's funny because like that's an even fancier knife, which is goofy. But anyway, I don't know. That's my third visitation on the Mnandi. Love it, love it, love it. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like a small Sabenza offers more knife and is just as sexy, in my opinion. It just, the thumb stud, I guess, versus the nail nick. But at the same time, yeah, can't have everything, I guess. So I guess I kind of wanted to, I guess one of the main things that I was thinking whenever I decided to go ahead and just, fuck it, I'll do like a collection video, was just kind of like, I guess, talking about like the waxing and waning and just kind of the flow of at least a person like me who's obviously, an accumulator, whatever the fuck you want to call that, accumulator of these fucking things, and also a person who uses them and just kind of tries to have some kind of like sanity involved and like, justification of what joy is like fucking old Shabazz says, like joy, that, that is fucking clutch. It's crucial. And fuck, man, it's one of the reasons why this whole hobby is taking off for people, because it's like justifying it can be easy if you're just like, it's recreation, So, but for me, at the same time, it's I have other hobbies, that involve like spending fucking money, I guess, just like anybody else. But I don't know. Some of these things, when I look at them, I see like a cool part of my rotation, and some of these things I see like a fucking asset, So I don't know. And obviously, people's minds change throughout. Anybody who's watching this video, if you're like a knife person, obviously, like you've gotten a knife before and just kind of thought like, oh man, dude, like this, you know what, man, this is like a fucking good working knife. It's good looking and everything, and this is the one, and like, eventually, it's not the one. That's not to say that it's a lesser knife, and it's also not to say that you become smarter. It's just fucking goofy shit when it comes to like, playing with fucking gadgets, and also just using them as tools. Que pasó? Patrick Bateman. LOL. That's a good name. Man, what is the Patrick Bateman movie? Oh, American Psycho. That's a fucking great movie. For instance, this military is kind of like my camping knife. It's like that's kind of what it's become for me. It's kind of funny, but it does a great job at that. I'm just like, fucking with it and whittling things and horsing around at camp. My wife is like, where's that big green Spyderco, for like food prep and stuff. And I don't know. So like, because of that, and just because the military is a fucking fantastic knife. This is the CGS 204P Green Knife Works exclusive military, so it's kind of a fancier one, but at the same time, god damn it, why not have a fucking fancy military if you're gonna have one? And I feel like, honestly, like when you start throwing in like, I feel this way about a lot of like Spydercos and Benchmates. Like it's like you start throwing in fucking titanium frame locks and throwing in fucking carbon fiber and shit like that, and it just defeats the purpose of what a Spyderco is supposed to be. But at the same time, if you can have a fancier shit, might as well get that too. So I feel like this strikes a good, healthy middle ground as far as like what Spyderco is all about, I guess. Not all about, but hopefully what they could be all about. Golden. So yeah, like that. I just picked one, just went rare and went for that one and did it. Other knives that are like here to stay. Obviously, for me, if a knife is like my time, even though it's not always valuable, I fucking want it to be valuable. God damn it. So for selling, say like this knife, I would never sell. I don't know why I'm picking it up. But say like the resale value of like this native, which I have put through the ringer, I could not in good faith go like, oh yeah, barely used it. You know, like no, I've used the fuck out of this thing. So what can I sell this for? $50, you know, so now I got to use my fucking time to box this fucking thing up, and yeah, so like not for sale because of that, you know, at least at this point in my life. But either way, I fucking love the Spyderco Native Lightweight, and I would not sell this knife anyway because it's a fucking fantastic knife, for God's sake. Yeah. Hell, this knife right here, I would say, is more currency than that knife is. If I could, or geez, if I could buy just one, say if I was hindsight being 2020, and you're just like, I'm getting one fucking knife, and goddamn it, I'm not doing it twice, and whatever it is. I think these are 140. These are like 90-ish. It's hard for me to say that I would get this knife unless I just was like wanting it to be kind of a gentleman's folder as well. I don't know. Anyway, this fucker I ordered from my father-in-law on my wedding day, and when it arrived, I thought it was so small and goofy that I was like, oh shit, and I had a brand new fluted native, carbon fiber fluted native, and I decided to give him that instead because I just was like, this is goofy. So I wore it in my pocket on my wedding day instead. And because of that, obviously that means I probably shouldn't sell that knife. Got a buddy texting me some fucking shenanigans right now. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Fucking rat bastard. Rat bastard. But yeah, so I guess it's just crazy how these things just wax and wane, and we convince ourselves exactly like why we have it, why we keep it, why we don't. But for me at least, it's more like the high-end knives that really tend to come and go. Dude, I really honestly, I don't know. Spydercos are absolutely, for me, the only thing I struggle with is that they all have the fucking hole, and I'm just like, really? I mean, that just like that the fucking this hole in the blade that's your trademark. I mean, you can't deviate from that. So I don't know. That's the only thing that bothers me about Spydercos, that they all have the hole in the blade. I just wish they would, even though it's a fantastically useful deployment method, obviously. But I don't know. There's just always something in the back of my mind that's like, boy, it seems to me like you took away half of a perfectly useful part of material that you might want to be there for your blade to be a little more sturdy. But at the same time, sorry, I'm gonna clean this off real quick. People use the fuck out of delicas, and there's like nothing. There's that is like the thickness of a goddamn dime, if that. Right here. I mean, this is. It's one of the reasons I don't carry a delica ever. But at the same time, I fucking love my natives. Let's see here. Look at this little biatch. Considerably thicker. not nearly, not quite twice as thick, is what I would say. But anyway, I digress. Um, what should I? Oh, you know what? I should definitely talk about the two knives that for me, I would say that would have to be the large Nkosi if I was gonna have to pick one folder for the rest of my life, unless it was like I thought there was gonna be a situation where I was gonna have to hide it a lot. So like if like a 3-inch folder meant that I could be more like, say if there was like laws or whatever against it, and for whatever reason I might lose my tool because it's one tool or whatever. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I would say large and coasty if I could just have it and like nothing whatever, and then I would go small Sabenza if it was just like I had to conceal it all the time, or if that 3 inches meant that I didn't have to hide it, if that makes sense. I have been carrying the Carruthers every single day, still, and see if we can. Gosh, let's see. I tell you what, man, this is an impressive knife. Like the Carruthers EDC. Carruthers? Um, it has been a fantastic little companion. I tell you what, another thing is this sheath. I don't know if you guys maybe watched my initial impressions or first couple of videos on this knife, but dude, I love this sheath. It is like, it's my favorite sheath. The only thing that I would change about it is if there's some way you could make it like a taco and get rid of these rivets, but still do the same thing. You can see it's actually 3 layers of Kydex just because of the way that, they made the belt loop integral to it. But oh man, I've grown to just love the sheath. I don't always, sometimes, a lot of times I wear tool bags. I'm a carpenter, and so I'll take this knife off and not wear it for a few hours. So in that case, I will carry a folder, which typically, actually, is going to go ahead and be my large Nkosi. You can see this guy is not afraid of a little trabajo, which, man, I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and like, I guess one of the reasons any of us ever carry a knife like this is because, fuck, man, you only live once, and god damn it, you might as well have and do something that gives you kicks, So like, I don't know, carrying Nkosi in your pocket, in my opinion, is very reasonable in the grand scheme of things. The Hinder, oh, look at that, from sharpening pencils. This guy. This is a fantastic knife. If there's one knife on this whole table here that I would consider, that I'm just like, I don't know, not completely in love with at the moment, but at the same time, it's maybe, now that I'm holding it in my hand, I'm like, oh, but it is this knife, only because, I don't know, I'm just loving. No, the Nkosis and Sabenzas are pretty damn similar, except for the regular Sabenza. Regular Sabenza has quite a bit more belly to the blade, but you can see here, similar enough, if nothing else. This is like a 2009 large Sabenza 21. Old school, you can see it doesn't have the Idaho made stamp or any of the holes in the pins or anything like that. And then this is one of the first natural micarta Nkosis. Could not remember. I fucking couldn't tell you where I got this. I definitely bought it new, but yeah. Small Sebenza 21. Just, I don't know. There's something about a small plain Sebenza that I just really, really like. I really wanted a small um, plain 31, but I wanted a small plain 31 with double lugs. Come hell or high water, god damn it. So, but I couldn't fucking find one. All I could find was a micarta one, and I was just like, fuck it. I was on break at work and looking. I spent $500. God damn it! So I fucking bought that instead, which I think will be cool. I don't think I've had a. There's a small Ngosi. 4:51 a.m. Nice work. Well, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Um, now I forgot what I was saying. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Let's talk about this little auto. This little auto, the Launch 11. What a fucking cool knife this thing has been. I I did carry this thing damn near every day except for like 2 days ago. I went back to the Sabenza being in the pocket along with the Carruthers on the Carruthers being on the belt. Um, but dudes, this is a fantastic little knife right here. I I do believe I'm gonna give this to my brother-in-law for Father's Day. It'll be his first Father's Day. I'll have to. I've been carrying it, so obviously I'll be re-gifting it. But you know, it's mainly because I'll have to clean up the clip and everything. Oh, I'm sorry about the depression, man. I know that's real shit. Sucks that people don't recognize it, um, but it is. Um, Back to the knife. Man, you know, the reason I've decided to move this on and I'm gonna give it to my brother-in-law, um, mainly is because I wanted to give him a fucking knife. I'm just like, I think it'd be cool to give him a knife. Um, but second, really is so I've been carrying this knife pretty much every day, and I've been using it too. Let's see if I can get a little sparkle off of the edge. I have been using it. It's been fucking doing really great. It actually is. It's not. It's lost its edge a little bit. Boy, you can't tell at all though. But dude, the steel has really been impressive. For a factory edge, I've not touched this thing up at all. I've literally used it for every task that's come across, pretty much. There have been a couple of things where I've taken out the EDC here instead. Usually, if it's just something that I'm like, it's I'm worried that like I'm gonna do some twisting or any kind of like torquing that might damage this very fine edge. Just to compare it with the Carruthers. Look at that. I mean, yeah, there's no comparison. It doesn't. They're both thin, but this one's twice as thick. Um, yeah, I don't know. So, but that's it, though. I mean, honestly, it literally is like, I I personally want to carry a knife that both brings me joy, like this thing does, totally brings me joy. Um, but at the same time, I don't need that flicky McFlickerson. This knife brings me joy for sure too. It's gonna fly out of my hand now with the old lefty. And let's see, you know what? I don't even fucking know if it's gonna be like substantially more robust. You know, it doesn't look that substantial difference, but it in person, it seems more substantial. Fuck, I don't know. Let's look at this shit. Anyway, I've convinced myself, that's the whole point of this fucking, the flow. I've convinced myself that this knife doesn't suit me anymore. So I fucking bought us another small Sabinza 31 this time, and I'm giving this to my brother-in-law because he's fucking awesome and he needs a fucking sweet knife. And dude, you know what, man? This is a fucking sweet knife. Honestly, I really, really like this knife. This Launch 11. It there's nothing I don't like about it, to be honest, except for I'm just like, oh, I don't want to fuck it up. Because again, and probably the real legitimate reason for that is because I'm like, this knife actually is kind of currency, you know what I mean? I paid I think $170 for it, 159 in tax. But either way, they're $100, you know, on the line. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little small, and Kosi's the only Chris Reeve I've not had, just because it seems like it's going to be a little bit too small, you know. Plus, I just feel like if I want a small knife, a small Sabinza it's just so minimal and sexy. So I feel like that's the one for me as well. And I got the little micarta coming, but what else? Oh, there's two of these here. Somebody may have noticed that. I think I've done a video of this. This is the Spidey K. And I bought two because I found them on sale for like $40. So I was just like, fuck it. I might as well buy two. And man, wow, this thing is like a goddamn mousetrap. This thing is dangerous. Honestly, it's like a little laser too, Jesus. This is the one that I've carried. I carried this whenever I went to Colombia, and this one is new. I actually took it out of the box. I've been keeping it in the box because I want to give it to somebody at some point. Just got to find somebody to give it to. I don't want to give this to my brother-in-law because I don't know. The Spidey K is N690 CO, which honestly is a baller steel. I've had a few knives in N690 CO. One was I've had a custom knife. Shit, and I can't remember the guy's name. Paul? Either his first or last name was Paul. An N690 CO, and I used the fuck out of that fixed blade. Kind of like it was like a 3.5 inch, you know, utility-ish fixed blade. And it was a fucking great steel. This is also N690 CO, and it has the fucking most wedge-tastic grind you've ever seen. See if I can fucking make this damn thing focus. So I was kind of nervous about like using it and sharpening it. But what a fantastic fucking rare beast out of the Spidey K. Dude, what a great knife. Honestly, like this is a fantastic knife. Shit, this is a fantastic knife. I almost cut myself. The Rhodey, I say everybody should own a Rhodey. Like you're gonna be surprised. Like if you the FRN handles are like, this thing has been through the wash, so maybe even more than once, so it's kind of fucked up. And I've also carried the shit out of it. And I also keep it in my man purse along with a bunch of gadget metal, like a keychain with fucking survival shit and gadgets on it. So this thing really takes a beating. But it, you know, when I bought this knife, I went into a brick and mortar store and I specifically went in there because I was hoping they would have um, the propper, Benchmade propper, and it was like, no, but you know what? We have this cool Spyderco roadie. I was like, whatever. He showed it to me, and it was this one, and I immediately was like, this is a fucking cool knife. Like, it feels great. I have extra large hands, and I like the way it feels in the hand. I love the way the action feels. I bought these from my groomsmen in my wedding, and they're newer, and obviously, and the spring felt really good on those. It's a little bit more substantial, not like a fucking crazy mousetrap like these fuckers. These things want to take your fucking weenie off for sure. This thing just feels good. Like I really like the way this is like a Swiss Army knife. But yeah, man, honestly, I think because the FRN's not skeletonized, it's a little heftier, but it has a great feel to it. The same with the Spidey K. The Spidey Ks don't have any kind of skeletonizing. It's thin, but because there's no skeletonizing, it actually has, and again, it's also very light. Like a small Sabenza is heavier, so that this is going to be under 2 ounces. Leeks are, fuck man, leeks are great knives, honestly, shit. You know, if you're in a pinch and you can want to get somebody a really nice knife, I don't know about the support your local dealer. I don't dislike Benchmade, I find Benchmade to be like a gimmicky company. I mean, they kind of all are. Obviously, everybody has a shtick, so you need something like that. But like, I don't know, just fucking every knife. You know, they're getting away from every knife having the axis lock, obviously. But like, I don't know. Again, though, Spyderco's the same fucking way. You know, I tell you what. Like, if I had to sell, I don't even know how many knives there are. If I had to sell all but 4 of these knives, I would tell you right now, it would be not selling, not selling, not selling, not selling, you know, instantly. I would be, and that's like not considering, you know, the monetary value or anything. It's literally, it's just like, those are the knives I like the most, you know. But obviously, I love the natives. Like, I really love the natives. And this fucker, I literally, I pretty much was trying to break this knife when I was living in the Virgin Islands. Like, I really don't know exactly what to say. Like, I bought this knife just specifically as like a throwaway knife while I was living and working there and guiding there. And I also had with me at that time, I had this 21, and then I had 2 Hinder XM18s, not this one, with me. And this one was literally just so I could have it with me when I was guiding, and I snorkeled with it over and over. I took it on all kinds of boat trips, all kinds of hiking trips, all over. And I mean, I pried with it. I literally was like, let's see if I can fucking do this with this. And it, there were times where I thought I might break the handle, but there was never a time where I thought I might break the blade, even though there's this fucking big hole in it. And to make a long story short, I still don't like to see half of the fucking blade taken out with this hole. You know, I don't know. So I shy away from it, even though like they're most of my collection, more than half my collection is Spyderco's. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, exactly half of my collection. What's up with the Shuragorov? You know, man, I just decided basically that the value, in my opinion, for my uses, is not there because I want to be able to use that knife, and I don't know. Essentially I just decided that um, this is a better knife than my F95NL, and then I decided that this is a better knife than a Shirogorov Neon. Um, I don't know, you know. That's as honest as I can get, and I just was like, that's money sitting on the table, and I stopped using them because I just was like, not willing to fuck them up, you know, not willing for them to need warranty repair and have to go back to fucking Russia. Like which was a bitch, man. Like I did have to send that one. The F95NL I did have to send in to fucking Recon One, and then they sent it to Russia. The whole fucking thing. It was 6 months of correspondence and 2 months of the knife being actually out of my hands. Like kind of fucking ridiculous. This small Sabenza 21 also had exactly the same problem. It had some lock rock. From being out of my hands to being back in my hands, 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. Yeah. Yeah, well. It's partially beer. It's not just no bullshit. But 2 weeks. Yeah, turnaround, just saying. So I don't know. That kind of spoke some big volumes with me. I don't want to talk shit on anybody or any especially anybody's business in these fucking times, but yeah, I don't know. For me, the Chris Reeve knives are here to stay, to be honest. Like, I just ordered another small Sabenza, and like yeah. Probably what's going to end up happening is you do need to sell all your knives and get a Sabenza. Honestly, everybody needs to sell all their knives and get a Sabenza. I really feel that way. Life is too fucking short, man. Like, to be carrying a goddamn Delica, you know? I don't know. Not to say that a Delica is, I mean, you know, nobody should only have a Sabenza. Although, there's been many times in my life that I've only had a Sabenza. This right here is the oldest knife on the table. And this definitely was my only knife at the time of of having it. I think I had a Delica at the time too. But and before that, I had fucking 30 other Sabenzas, and, you know, I don't know, 30 other crazy knives. That blunt drop nose, you know, I think it actually is a safety thing. So I could be wrong, but like, so you can kind of run this under clothing or under something, and without digging the tip in. So I think it actually is. They make that 2 delicate threes, 1 in perfect condition. That's probably like the one piece thing where when they molded the entire handle in one piece. Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's totally fine. Yeah. It doesn't bother me at all. There are things that bother me though. I do like how I like how the Delica, yeah, the one piece ones. Yeah, the one piece ones are the shit. The only thing I don't like about those old ones is the fucking blade sticks like way out. But they're cool. I remember in junior high, one of my buddies whose dad was into knives had all kinds of crazy custom knives and stuff. He had a Leatherman and a Delica, and I was just like, oh man, those are the shit. This crazy plastic, you know, like space age knife. But yeah, and then I still have these fucking 3 shits right here. These are literally just like, kind of like knives that I have to be a giveaway kind of thing. I haven't found anybody I like enough to give them to, and I haven't found anybody I think they're worth the time on their time. It's like a double-edged sword. But what else? This is it. Last, I think. What a fucking cool knife, the M1, the Lion Steel M1. This is a really neat little knife. I have extra large hands, so you can see this thing is, it's very small in my hand. My wife got me this for my birthday a couple of years ago, and it is a fucking cool little knife. It really is. Um, this goes nowhere. It's a nice little piece of M390. I probably won't carry it much unless I can like get a Kydex sheath made for it. I personally am a modern, I like modern builds of knives. So I don't like that Bark River uses those like solid rivets in their handles. I don't know. I don't know. There's just a lot. I don't like that kind of. It's a great way to make knives, obviously. I'm fucking not a knife maker. I'm just a shit talker. So like, but I don't like the style of knives where they just like put a block of fucking material on the handles and then take it over to like a sander and then like buff this whole shit out and then you know make the knife that way. I like knives that are stock removal, um, and then just kind of assembled, you know? So I don't know. I just kind of like this modern way of making knives. Um, I would say it probably would be this guy right here, this Carruthers, if I was to be a hunting person. I took my hunter safety course, and I've always been a shooter. I have a nice Kimber 308, and this year should be my first year hunting. So this will be the knife that I take hunting with me if I don't take a Survive 4.7. These are 350-ish. They're fucking expensive, but I think anyone would say that a Carruthers, any Carruthers knife is fucking solid. This is a Carruthers EDC Buck 2, I think, in CPM 3V, the Delta heat treat. Sweet fucking knife. I mean, just on the fucking brink of being too small for me, but definitely not too small. It's absolutely comfortable. But yeah, this is a fucking great knife, man. But again, like this is a borderline unicorn. It's like an affordable unicorn, you know. It doesn't. It exists even less. Yep. Also Benz's S35VN. Thank God. This one here is S30V, but you know, I hate to get started with steels. The whole fucking shit with steels is bananas. Everybody's crazy. No, I don't like mosaic. Don't like wooden handles either. I like the most durable shit is what I like. So G10, micarta, carbon fiber, FRN. I don't like. I don't like man-made material. I don't like natural materials. But yeah, shit. Knives, huh? They come and they go. Anyway, I'll be excited to do a small Sabenza 31 micarta video here, probably this time next week. Should be in, I think it's scheduled to be delivered next Monday. Shaman? I don't like the Shaman. It's just it's a super durable Spyderco, and I just don't know that. I just don't know. I it's not my jam. Durable Spyderco is not my jam. Durable Hinder, that's my jam. Maybe fucking Cold Steel, I guess. I think Spydercos have half the blade, have a fucking void and half the blade, and I don't know. Yeah. So shaman, definitely not for me. But anywho, actually my wife is calling me dudettes, so I'm gonna split. But yeah, small subins to 31. My Carta overview coming very soon. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully you guys will tune in. And palabra tu madre, and we'll see you guys then.